Hi, I'm Jeannie with Creations by Jeannie, and today I am making a Mother's Day box that will coordinate with the Mother's Day cards that I made on a previous video. We're going to start with a sheet of paper that measures 7 3/8 by 10.5. Okay, we will score the box on the long side at 2.5, 5, 7.5, and at 10 inches. Then on the short side, we're going to turn. We will score at 2.5, and at 6 inches. Okay, I'm done with this score. Simply scored. I'm going to get that out of our way. Okay, we're going to go ahead and fold all of our score lines. Okay, now these at the top we're going to cut apart. First thing we're going to do is on this side where you have this little 1/2 inch, we're going to remove both squares on the ends up to the center part. Whoops, I didn't quite get that. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, then we're going to cut all of these up to the first score line you come to. And this is the shorter side. We're going to do the same thing on the long side. As well. With the exception, now, let's see, we're going to fold the box. Okay, so that one, okay. So on these two here, which is going to be your kind of your first and then your third, we're going to go ahead and cut a notch in these. We're also going to cut part of it off and then notch. And then the same with this third one. Let's notch and remove and notch. Okay. Okay, for this part, we're going to do a couple of things to these up here at the top. One is you can either use the corner punch for rounding your corners, or if you have an envelope punch board, and then just round the corners on get that one in there. That may be too difficult. Let's try. That's better. It's kind of tight and it just doesn't want to quite get in there all the way. Okay. Now, and you only have to do the one side, but if you want, you can go ahead and do the opposite side. It's not really going to make, I don't think, that much difference with the other side being done for what we're going to do. Okay. That still didn't get it too well. Still didn't get it. Ha! I'm pushing and nothing's happening. Alright. That's good enough. Okay. For my records, it's not an exact science. Alright. Now, I have this little measure at the bottom, but I'm going to go ahead and bring my metal ruler in because this makes it a little bit easier. Okay, we're going to line. Doesn't matter, you can start at the 0 on your ruler or wherever. You also need your paper snips. Oh, they're over here on this side. Oh, and there's the other corner punch. That's the old one. I don't have the newest one that they came out with in the past catalog. Alright. With this here, or you can line it up with the lines on your grid paper as well. But like I said, I'm going to stick this barely over the ruler. Okay, you're going to want to cut in the middle of each of the flaps, which will be, and the reason I use this metal, because my scissors will go. You want to make about a 1/2 inch cut. You may have to adjust that once you get it I just moved the camera. Okay. This is proving to be a little more difficult than what I was wanting it to be. And then the last one. Okay. We got the cuts done. So now we're ready to make the box. And I'm sure I will do some editing on this video, so you may not hear everything I'm saying that's irrelevant and doesn't make any sense. And I wished that I was more efficient in doing my videos, but it is just something that I'm not that great at. Or I am, I'm just slow. Did that sound like I was bragging? I'm not bragging, I'm not conceited. I just meant that I can make things. They just take me a long time to make them. Alrighty. There we go. Did y'all see how I did that? I folded that flap over in that. So then now it's just square. It's easy. You can run that back over and that helps seal the tape down. Alright. Now for this, you just fold the 2 little flaps that we cut first. We're just going to fold those in. And then I kind of look to see which one of these I like better. And it's probably going to go this way. Yeah. Alright. So for here, I'm actually going to put some sticky strip on both sides. That sounds kind of crazy. I'm going to put a little bit right across the center. That's to help stick to the 2 that we just did, or folded in. And the more y'all watch my videos, the more you'll see that things just pop into my head. And sometimes they just don't make a lot of sense. And I'm like, what in the heck was I thinking? Where did that come from? So, okay, we've got that one kind of, it's not really stuck that well yet. But on here, now we're going to put 2 strips of sticky. I want one kind of not quite in the middle, but not all the way to the back end. Then this one we're going to put almost all the way to the end of the box, and I did, okay, I can move it. It didn't stick yet. There, okay. Get that cut off. Now, it's better if I run that over it. Okay, that's done. Do y'all have that problem? They stick to everything? Okay. Alright. Let's line those up. Okay. It's good enough. You can stick your bone folder down in the center, and that kind of gets it stuck. Okay, now for this, we may have to make a few adjustments still. Okay, when we fold, you're going to put one side down, and then you're going to put one over. You're going to put the next one over, and then the next one over. It's going to kind of go under. You can leave it, you can pop it up, you can push them down, however you prefer. You can also take, and I'm going to show you on this other one, just kind of my sample. You can curl the individual little squares. I don't have the box quite folded right, and that makes them come up. Okay, now for our oh, I should have put the decorations on. You know, I do that every time, people. Y'all can start calling me on it because I do it every time. Okay, now hit the camera. We got, this is going to be our side panels, and I made these again matching the Mother's Day cards that I had already done using the Mother's Love stamp set, and I am going with the Rich Razzleberry and the So Saffron design, or design color scheme, I guess I should say. Alright, we are going to hopefully stamp this piece here. So just ink up. I found that when my photopolymers are clean to begin with, that my ink does not want to stay and stick very well. So, and you can put this however you want to stamp it on there. Okay, let's get one more. At least we may do 2. We're going to go for this one way up off the edge, like that. And one more of just the flower right in there. It's a little bit different than the others. Okay, so we're done with that one. Let's push it out of the way. Then I already have the So Saffron stamp pad. And, oh, it's right in front of me. And this, goodness, let me start over. This is a 2-step stamp set. So you put that, then you're going to kind of line up. And the beauty of these to me is that you do not have to have these quite so precise, because this looks like somebody just hand drew and kind of penciled in the color. And sometimes they're a little straighter than others. So okay, we're done with that. Let's get the stamp set out of the way. Now, to adhere these, we're just going to use some Stampin' Snail adhesive. What is going on? I'm not getting that snail down there very well today. All right, let's get our box back. Let's grab our panels. They should have about a 1/4 inch. And you see why I skipped the step. These needed to go on before we folded the box so we could get a good seal on them. Okay, but we can open the box. Tell you what, that'd be our best. Bone folder, we're just gonna kind of rub it on the inside to help that snail adhesive stick. So now we can fold this back. I gotta pay attention. Down, over, down, over. That one goes up under. There we go. Alright, if we get it just right, it does not collapse in because of the cuts. Okay. Now, I also stamped, and I'm not going to necessarily show y'all that step. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I took this stamp here, stamped it out, little flowers, did the second color on the 2-step. Then I just took my paper snips, and again, the beauty of this particular stamp is that it's okay if you have a little white showing, because it already kind of shows through in spots anyway. And we just go around. After I got my little flower cut out, I don't know how much of that you saw, I went in and cut in between the petals just a little bit. You don't want to cut too far because then your little petals will fall apart. Okay, then I took the piercing mat and that and just kind of poked a little, kind of curled some of the petals back just a tiny bit. And you have to redo this. Okay, now we're just going to put some Stampin' Dimensions on the back. Okay, that one's already came off. Okay, we're going to put those on all 4 of our little panels up here. Oh, didn't quite get them in the spaced very well. And then if you want, we have a little piece that I cut or punched using the 1.5 inch circle punch, and then the scallop punch, the 2 1/4 inch scallop punch, and then I also use the For You stamp that's in the set, and then we have that on there. Okay, and that is our project. We have our box in today's video, and we have the matching cards in the previous video. Thanks for watching my video today. Again, I'm Jeannie with Creations by Jeannie, a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I hope you enjoyed the videos for today.